With your whole saying, I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is, Seth?
Yeah, yes, please. Tell me about that saying.
I just have one question.
Uh-huh.
Does your husband know?
God.
Now, if you would say that at the time, that would have been hilarious, but we're not recording now, so
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Oh, well.
That's good, though. Next time, you'll be ready. Next time.
Yeah.
You can bust that little joke out and, like, let it go, let it be free. But not
How
this
do you
time.
know what I named my penis?
You can find us at bwsspodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
So Elena liked to, late at night, she would like, because I was a Samba at the time, I always had wine and champagne. And her thing was like, we'd grab a freaking bottle of champagne and go to the beach at night and just like sit in front of the ocean, gangsta style, just drinking out of the bottle, amongst the moon or the stars, the clouds or whatever.
One of the people that be getting robbed on the beach.
Right? But dude, what's funny is, man, I don't know if it was the first time. It was like one of the first or second times. And, dude, like, she was like, hey, let's do this. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. We'll grab a bottle. No big deal. But it was fucking freezing, dude. It was like January. Dude, it was legit, like in the 50s, high 50s.
And you get that chill.
Oh, especially like on the beach.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there fucking freezing, bro. Like huddled up, the wind, like, like drinking out of the bottle. Like it was like way in the beginning, when I'm trying to like be the cool guy and macho and just suck it up.
I'm not cold.
Yeah, and I didn't even cross my mind. But we had a conversation about like a few years later. Do you remember that? And it was when we were all together. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. It sucked. It was because she remembered it as being all like lovey and so romantic. And I remember as freezing my freaking balls off, drinking a bottle of freezing champagne, and freezing temperature. I know up you.
Are you
northern.
an asshole? Yes.
Am I an asshole? Whatever.
That whole time you're sitting on the beach, back of your head. Oh, I fucked up.
Well,
I mean, if you would have brought like a jacket or a sweater.
No, we brought a coat. Yeah, dude, because we're sitting on the cold sand,
wind
at night, wind off the beach. It's like in the high 50s. It was cold. Like it was, and I know up north, I'm from the Northeast. I know it gets really cold there. In fact, they're iced over right now.
Oh, yeah, it's a fact. You seen the Virginia shit?
Yeah, dude. 95, stuck on 95 for like 13. 24 hours now? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I heard that.
We didn't even get a flurry. We didn't even get nothing.
Lucas is pissed because he was all excited for the snow and then he gets shit. And then literally like an hour and a half away, they got pounded.
I feel like you just had snow problems. Like I know it wasn't last month, but it feels like it was that close.
Well, no, the West Coast got completely hammered. So it's interesting because they were complaining about not getting enough water. They still need more, but getting that massive snowfall keeps the water frozen on the mountain. So in the summertime, it melts, it fills the rivers. So getting snowfall in the wintertime is really good for like a drought like that.
But I remember Lucas kept having problems with the snow pickups, the job.
The couch.
Yeah.
That was last year, though.
But doesn't it feel like it wasn't even last year? It had to be like March.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, last freaking year.
It's this year, bro.
This year, but like a year ago.
Okay.
Good Lord. All right. Well, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And just the three of us again. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it. Like the amount, it's so difficult, especially now that like everybody has freaking COVID, bro. And the reason why that's a challenge is, what's that?
You can't even trust people anymore.
Yeah. And when the reason that's a challenge is whether you have it or not. Like Elena, she's working a lot now just because there are people where she works that are homesick because of COVID. So it's like, the people that don't have it have to freaking keep working more. So finding people has just been almost impossible. So once things start to settle down with that, I feel like we'll be able to start scheduling people. But it's really, really been tough. And anyway, we hail from Miami, and which is why there's so much COVID going on down here, folks. Let's face it.
There's no COVID here.
You know what's interesting, though? The fact that it's happening like this is pretty amazing, because that's just going to get everyone here super, super protected. And we're not going to have to worry about it. When we had talked about it when we talked about Omicron, so not last week, but the last show, they were talking about how, like, legit, China could be in trouble. And I don't know if you guys have heard the stories, but on Weibo, which is the Chinese Facebook, or maybe the Chinese Twitter, either way, people are like legit reporting that they can't even get food because they're like, China is completely locked down. You're not allowed to leave even for food.
Wow.
And they actually took a bunch of citizens away. This was just yesterday, the day before, because they went to go get tested and the proper protocols like weren't followed, and there's some intermingling, and so they're like, we're grabbing a bunch of you, knocking on your doors, putting you in like the paddy wagon and taking you away for quarantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. So the problem is, because they don't have any natural immunity like we do here, like they do in India, like they do in Great Britain, all the places where they're making strides to temper it down. And I think it was even Fauci that said, listen, we're not going to stop it. We just want to make sure there's enough hospital beds for the people that need it. Which is like, the less people that get it, the less people get sick, because like India, I'm going to say it, man, like people were dying in the streets because they couldn't get the help to the people that need them because so many people got sick. But now with Omicron, actually here, I'll go ahead. I was pulling it up while I was speaking. So you can see daily new cases. If you actually look at this over on the right, and this isn't all what we were going to talk about, but we did just talk. I guess we can put this in the updates section. But you look at like it just kind of waving up and down the graph, and then all of a sudden the last week, bro, it shoots from like 1,000 per day, 1,000 so 1 million new cases per day, up to 2 million.
Yeah, but that's because of like
Omicron,
holiday, Christmas, and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, but it's also Omicron, just because Omicron is so ridiculously contagious. That's the biggest issue.
And I feel like people are being way less precautious than they were before.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people probably think they already got it.
I had to check somebody that actually had it, and they were still doing their day-to-day shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And then I'm like, you got to fucking stay your ass home.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you can't do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, definitely not.
You got to be fucking responsible, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So be responsible for society.
And that's a lot of it. I mean, I'm on this. If you have it, stay home. But at the same time, if you get it, and you're unvaccinated, sorry about that. And if you get it and you're vaccinated, which a lot of people are, you're going to be much better off. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, anyway, let's kind of move on. Oh yeah. By the way, did I say this already? BWSSpodcast.com. Instagram is at BWSScast. But if you go to our website, all the links are there. And music is by the Unsilenced. Please tell your friends if you like the show. We'd appreciate it. Tell your enemies. Tell your neighbors. Tell your person that, like, your friend that is locked down because they have COVID. Say, listen, I know.
I was about to say, tell your friend that's locked up.
That's how they going to listen to it.
That's all I'm saying.
Go up to the window and blast it through. Like, I love you. So, but no, your friend is locked down with COVID, with Omicron or Delta or whatever, and it's like, listen, friend, I know this is a tough time, but you know what's going to help get you through this podcast. They're on episode 97, folks, by the way. So creeping on up on 100, literally 100 hours, 125 hours of videos to watch. That's a lot. That's quite an accomplishment if you guys think about it. That means I've edited probably close to 500 hours.
Wow.
Jeez. But now, anyway, please. Proud of that? Tell people. What's that?
Are you proud of that?
I am proud of that. Yeah, 500. I mean, that makes me a pretty solid.
You're like a show right now,
like
bro.
a pretty solid video editor.
Like how much shows do they have in a season? Like shows, like 13 shows.
It depends. If it's something like Seinfeld, they'll probably have around like 20 or so. Yeah. But if it's something like even like Survivor's like 13, 14, depends on the type of show.
And Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Got to get used to the sound effects. It's been a couple weeks. So topics of today: the sad passing of Betty White. Floating cities are on the way. You guys hear this? Floating cities are on the way, folks. Girls' school uniforms are pissing people off.
What?
David Bowie's catalog was sold. I'm sure you guys heard this. You can't get away from this freaking story. It's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of sad. But he's passed away, so what are you going to do? We got WTF News, we got weather, we got Laz's Corner of Positivity. That's for sure. So what I want to do is, before we go ahead and jump into our first little segment here, which is the passing of Betty White, I just want to talk real quick about the NFT collection that I've put together because I'm quite proud of it. It's PlanetMe NFT.com, PlanetMe NFT.com. And in a world, where actually I'll just read the first paragraph here. In a world where characters and faces have dominated the NFT landscape, where apes and punks have redefined the floor prices, and where randomly generated originality seems to have bottlenecked, Planet Me has arisen to bring on a new horizon with the new solar system dawn. Within the millions of faces and characters out there, wouldn't you want to own your own planet too? So 11 layers, 150 traits, which is over 1 trillion possibilities. Those of you in the NFT landscape will know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who aren't, go to the website. Just check it out. So we have our mission there. We have our roadmap as well. And then if you want, you can go to the gallery where there are some pretty funny videos. We also have some pictures. These are some of the example pictures. What I did is, instead of having NFTs with a bunch of characters and faces, I thought it would be kind of cool to do landscapes. So it's kind of like a planet, and we got houses on there, different scenes, different skies, different landscapes, different number of windows, stuff like that. And then you can also check out our Discord, which is at Planet Me as well. Laz, are you over there taking a selfie? What's up, bro?
No, I was looking at.
Okay. Here, yeah. I can't move it over because then everyone else will lose it. But anyway, please, folks, please go to our website, PlanetMeNFT.com. Just check it out. Join our Discord if you're interested in following. It's super new. I just finished the art 2 weeks ago, and we're just trying to build a community right now. So anyway, with that, I guess we're going to go ahead and jump into the passing of Betty White, which is super sad. She was like 2 weeks away from being 100, which would have been like the most amazing party. That's for sure. Did you know who she was, by the way, Laz?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. From Golden Girls, I assume.
I don't know her from back then. I know her, the new ones, like in the commercials and all the fun
that
stuff.
Snickers commercials and shit. You stopped riding my ass.
Yeah. I saw some funny things on the video that I watched, that you told me to watch.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just like a nice little refresher. All right.
You're older than me, so you grew up with like watching all that stuff. Most likely.
I did, yeah. Golden Girls, bro. That was definitely a show that I watched growing up, which it was a great show. It really, really was a great show. And I mean, the character that she played was just so like opposite to her too, like as far as like wit and being present and stuff like that. Because Rose was a just complete airhead, and sometimes you couldn't tell if she was kind of crazy or if she was lucid and really believed. Like it was great.
Yeah, she was talking about a lot of. I mean, I don't know if they used her actual interviews or what, but she was saying that people would think that she doesn't know what she's talking about, or she does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, as time grew on, people realized this chick's a fucking badass.
Yeah, genius.
So the sad passing of Betty White, and I got a couple articles here. This one's Asha C. Gilbert, USA Today. Some of Betty White's greatest career moments. Just a few weeks shy of her 100th birthday, TV pioneer and longtime actress Betty White died at 99 Friday morning. Her agent and friend Jeff Wichas confirmed to USA Today. The iconic comedian had a popular presence on and off the screen, leading to dozens of heartfelt and memorable moments. Born January 17th, 1922, was one of the most respected women in Hollywood, and her star power shined through her decades-long career in acting. Her most notable role, Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls, is still heavily influential in pop culture today. The A-lister got her start in TV in the 1930s before landing a role in Life with Elizabeth in the late 1950s. She went on to star in many sitcoms, including Mary Tyler Moore Show, where she won her first Emmy, with a Guinness World Record and dozens of accolades. Here's a look back at some of her greatest moments, and they have some of them listed. But like the way she got her show is she was, so this guy, and this is in the documentary we watched, but so this guy had a radio show, and he decided he wanted to take the radio show onto television. So the original idea was, he's still DJing, still playing the music on television, but you can only hear the music, you can't hear the characters. And people writing in like, hey, what are you guys talking about? Like, we want to hear the characters. So all of a sudden, like, oh, well, I guess we'll do some talking and play some music also. And then they realized that it's like a 5-hour show. So they were on for like 5 hours anyway. Apparently there was like a kind of like a bit, like a reoccurring husband and wife bit that she was involved with. And they were like, we really like this. Is there a way maybe you could turn that into like a 30-minute show? And so that's kind of where it all started.
Remember back in the day, stuff was live.
It was live.
Live.
Yeah.
Not like that. We're recording this with the behind a couple of. This is real live, like news live.
And like they had to do the commercials themselves. It's not like they cut to commercial and they're like, give me a drink of water. Like, it was live. It wasn't
real before, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot about that until when they were showing. Some of the video was interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to see how things were back then for sure. Yeah, but there was no like, put it on tape and edit it and, put it out to the masses. So Land's national TV, this is one of like her first things, her accomplishments. Land's national TV series role and Mayor of Hollywood, quote unquote, while kicked off her career in television in the 1930s before landing the leading role in the American sitcom The Life with Elizabeth. The show aired for 2 seasons from 1953 to 1955 before being canceled after 65 episodes. Wow. 3 years, 53, 54. I guess, so yeah, that's about 20 per season. The series solidified her position in TV business, and in 1955, she was dubbed the Mayor of Hollywood, an honorary position that used to be appointed by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. So that's pretty cool. She also won her first Emmy for the Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1975 for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. She won the same award again in 1976. So double up like I'm on a lucky streak. So Adam and Eve skit on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Yeah. 1979, White, who had been a regular guest on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, starred in a skit along with Carson as Adam and Eve. The then 57-year-old let her comedic wit wow viewers in a skit that humorously explored what it would have been like for the first couple in the Bible to divorce. And Rose Nyland brings comedic gold to the Golden Girls. That's when, that was in 1985. Yeah, dude, that was such a great freaking show, man. Like, for real. Yeah, so Lucas, how many seasons did Golden Girls run for?
You could have used that button just now.
Yeah, right?
7 seasons.
7 seasons?
September 14th, 1985 to May 9th, 1992.
Okay.
With a total of 180 half-hour episodes.
180. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes, folks. All right, cool. So let's see. Saturday Night Live host 2010, became the oldest person to do it at 88 years old, and she was freaking hilarious. Keep going to the 4 camera because, it's just the 3 of us.
The new episode for SNL, they actually just replayed that one.
Oh, did they really?
The day after.
Cool. Because I was going to go back and watch it. I'm like, man, I'm going to have to like go all the way back to try to find it. Not that it'd be that big a deal, but yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad they did that for sure. All right, so SAG honors her with the Lifetime Achievement Award. This was in 2010. 71 years ago when I sang on an experiment thing, and it was called Television. Who would have dreamed it would culminate in an evening like this, she said during her acceptance speech. I should be presenting an award to you for the privilege of working in this wonderful business all this time, and you still can't get rid of me. And then lastly, she broke a Guinness World Record, received another accolade in 2018 when she broke the longest TV career by an entertainer for a female in Guinness World Records. In a career stretching more than 79 years, she has worked on TV, radio, and stage, and appeared in more than 15 movies, the site said.
She's always around. Like, she's always in some random... She always has a random character, a random... Like you said, like,
and she would just like fit in like for one episode just because people wanted to have her for sure.
I actually looked up some of the movies that she's been in.
Okay.
She was in The Lorax,
Okay.
Toy Story 4.
Okay.
Just some of the more St. Vincent with Bill Murray.
Interesting. I love Bill Murray.
Yeah,
that's cool.
There's a few of them that. Yeah,
She's in one with Ryan Reynolds too. I think. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. So, but what's that?
I'm not
Les?
sure. I can't think.
I can't think. Okay. So, Lauren Edmonds from Insider, some of Betty White's other stories of note. While pursuing a career in entertainment, Betty White served in World War II as a member of the American Women's Voluntary Services. After Betty White's death, the U.S. Army official Twitter account paid tribute to the beloved actress for military work. The post referred to White as a true legend on and off the screen. In a 2010 interview with Cleveland Magazine, White talked about driving a supplies truck to a barrack in Hollywood Hills and attending dances with troops before deployment. It was a strange time and out of balance with everything, which I'm sure the young people are going through now. We'll never learn, she told that outlet.
And she was in a movie with Ryan Reynolds, The Proposal.
The Proposal, okay.
Yep, Grandma Annie.
Yeah, because they had this like after like junket bit.
Okay, I remember that movie.
Where he'd be like, dude, she just won't go on a date with me. And he keeps saying like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, like he just won't leave me alone, sort of kind of.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Like they had this like I want to say bit, but like to promote the movie, it was kind of like the interviews they were giving. It kind of it was.
She was funny in that movie. They were in Alaska. She pretended to die or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw it. I have to watch it for sure.
It's funny. Funny. Yeah,
that's cool. Did you see it, Lucas?
Which movie?
The Proposal.
The one you just freaking mentioned.
No.
It's
Dork. All right, 1954, Betty White refused to stop featuring a black tap dancer on her TV show despite complaints from viewers. Betty White defended author
South.
Duncan. What's that?
From the South, I read about that.
Yeah. Betty White defended Arthur Duncan, a tap dancer who appeared on the Betty White show during the 1950s after some viewers complained about him being black. The two reunited in 2017 on an episode of Steve Harvey's Little Big Shots, Forever Young. Remember that show, Little Big Shots? That was a cute show. Steve Harvey, where you get these like kids that are just amazing at something.
Oh, like a talent show.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Yeah, it was cool. I don't think it was a competition. They just came on and did their thing. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
It was called Little Big Shots?
Yeah.
I don't remember that name. Steve Harvey's in a lot of things.
He's a judge now.
Dude, he's in everything.
Yeah.
Family Feud. I was on the show and they had some letters out of Mississippi and elsewhere that some of the stations would not carry the show if I was permitted to stay there, Duncan said. Well, Betty wrote back and said, needless to say, we used author Duncan every opportunity we could. And then lastly, Betty White became the first woman to win an Emmy for Outstanding Game Show Host in 1983. So Hollywood Reporter noted that White appeared on numerous game shows during the 1960s and 70s, prompting others to dub her the Lady of Game Shows. Betty White launched a hidden TV camera show that received 3 Emmy nominations in 2011. And it's called Off the Rockers, which was a punk style show. Never really liked those shows too much. So that's pretty much.
In the beginning of those shows, when they first started doing things like that, it was more creative.
Sure.
And it was
like punks, bro. Ashton Kutcher. Bro, Ashton Kutcher would go like, bro, this one he did to Justin Timberlake. I don't know if you guys saw Punks, but it was like a prank show. He did it to Justin, where they were like moving him out of his house. You know, like taking shit out of his house. And like Justin's like, what? And they like had a copy of a guitar and they accidentally like broke it. Like they got a copy of his guitar. Like, bro, that was good.
Those are things that like, they were more creative and it was more real. You feel you got a real reaction. Like now when they're doing these like pranks, I really feel like the whole thing is.
I agree with you on there for sure. What's that, Lucas?
Zach Braff, where they got the kid to spray paint his new like Ferrari.
Yeah. Bro, they were good. So any other? It's sad. It's a bummer. You know, I felt the same way when RGB we covered Ruth Bader RBG Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But she's made it, bro. Like
that's true.
9 years, and
God,
still relevant.
Just couldn't give her 2 more weeks.
I feel you.
2 more weeks, man. Let her freaking. I'm just saying.
She made it, bro. 99
yeah,
years.
she did.
Yeah,
Man.
you know what I mean? Like, 78 of that in show business, still doing show business. Like
Betty White, we appreciate it. Thank you for
How did she
everything.
die?
Thank you for the laughs. She died of being old, I would imagine.
Yeah, natural causes of sleep. It wasn't like a heart attack or a stroke. She
it was just time.
died.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess that's pretty much what we got with that. So, any shout outs over there, Laz?
Nah, no shout outs.
No? Any shout outs, Lucas? No?
Not this week.
Okay. So I just went to camera 4 and there's nobody freaking camera 4. What a dumbass. Nobody in camera 4, folks. So I just want to shout out the people in our Discord for Planet Me. I really appreciate it. Like it's been cool having everyone come up and stick with us. It's really hard to build an audience because there's just so many people doing so many projects. So we appreciate it. And Lucas, I appreciate you too for coming in and helping out, making memes now. Like stuff like that really does help. And if you start post it on your Facebook, I'll post it on Twitter, post it on your Twitter. Maybe start putting the website on the memes as well. I think it'll help. All right, we're gonna take our first little break, and we will be back with quick news. And if you like the show, please tell your friends. Boom.
This is me on Cloud 9, and I ain't coming down, no. Check your watch, 'cause it's my time. Tick tock, here I go. I got my hands in the sky towards the ceiling. And let me tell you, yo, I swear it's such a feeling. So for tonight, let's stare at the ocean, gaze at the stars above you. Count all your blessings, 'cause dreams really do come true. Tonight, let's stare at the ocean, gaze at the stars above you. Count all your blessings, 'cause dreams really do come true.
All right, we ready? Are we ready there, Lucas?
Yeah.
It's like Steven Seagal going on over there.
What are we doing now?
Who?
You with the hair back, and that offended him,
course.
folks. He was a little offended there that Steven Seagal. I was like, who?
Slick
So
back.
I like the sunset you got going on back there. Very nice.
I haven't
Thank
seen
you,
Steven
though.
Seagal for a while.
Oh,
You don't want to.
I mean, why not? There's nothing wrong with Steven Seagal.
Oh, I feel like his
Movies were cute. They were fun. They were cool,
I never
man.
really got into his movies.
I mean, I liked them. Him, Jean-Claude Van Damme is like, they were always going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I'd still watch them.
I
but
feel like Steven Seagal's movies, like, dude, what was the one with Billy Bob? Was it Billy Bob Thornton? Lucas, can you look up Steven Seagal boat
he was
movie?
like, he did a little bit of martial arts and stuff too, right?
They
Sometimes
did a
it's
lot of
cops.
martial arts.
Yeah.
They had a knife fight at the end
On
of that
Deadly
movie.
Ground.
On Deadly Ground?
Yeah, 1994.
Under Siege. That's the movie, Under
Oh,
Siege.
Okay.
That's a really, really good one. God, what's the
Yeah.
guy's name? Hold on, dude.
That's not Billy Bob Thornton. No.
No, it's not. It's not. Tommy Lee Jones. Well, it was 3 names. I got that part right.
You got some of the
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, right. All right.
It's
Here we go.
time for quick news.
All right, Oscar Holland, CNN Style. South Korea greenlights plans for flood-resistant floating city. The South Korea city of Busan has greenlit plans for an ambitious new ocean settlement, with work on the first neighborhood set to begin next year. Comprising a series of interconnected platforms, the proposed floating city would eventually accommodate 10,000 people, according to its designers.
Where is this?
This is in the South Korean city of Busan.
Okay, they're gonna connect the islands.
So they're gonna make they're gonna prefab the islands and they're gonna float them over, when they're gonna be self-sufficient with like water filtration, planting, recycling, like everything on there, and then eventually they'll start to connect them together.
Okay.
What do you think of that? So, and the reason they're doing that is because they're one of the cities that are said to suffer. It's going to suffer the most from the rising seas. Each of the 5-acre neighborhoods has been designed to house 300 people in buildings up to 7 stories high. 300 people in 5 acres?
Why so many people?
How tall is the building?
7 stories.
And they're gonna float the whole island. Like nothing's gonna be on the bottom. Are they gonna?
It's gonna be floated. Yeah, it's gonna be a floating island. Yeah. Well, yeah. What, are you gonna get a natural floating island?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're cutting a piece. I don't fucking know.
I hear you.
Could you imagine being on the top floor and a big ass wave comes by?
Or just like the shimmy, the ocean. I'm sure the whole thing moves a little, right? I don't think it's anchored.
How do they anchor? Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Like, how do they do that?
They are generally anchored by a combination of chain, wire rope, or polyester rope, or both during drilling and/or production operations. Though they can be kept in place by the use of dynamic positioning, semi-submersibles can be used in water depths of 60 to 6,000 meters, or 2 to 20,000 feet.
There you go. The proposed settlement has been envisioned as self-sustaining, with residents being able to produce their own food and energy in zero-waste, closed-loop systems. They'll be aligned. The neighborhoods will be designed with communal farms, aquaponic growing facilities, so like fish and farming and stuff like that. Uninhabited platforms could meanwhile host floating wind turbines and solar panels. So yeah, dude, they're moving this shit directly off the fucking water, or directly off the land into the water, which is pretty awesome.
When are they planning on doing this?
They plan to start this year, I think. But they got to make them. They got to make the islands first, and they got to, so it's going to...
Korea's usually very good with technology.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. All right, Laz, you're up.
All right. New workers in Palm Beach told to leave if woke.
If woke?
Yeah. So today I went to Hollywood Beach with Layla and Tessa, who went to get some like ice cream and pizza. And I saw somebody that was wearing this shirt.
There you go. Yeah, everything woke turns to shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And the person that was wearing the shirt looked very, let's say January 6th-ish looking,
Okay. January 6th. Got it.
So I'm like, so then I just happened to come across this when I'm looking for whatever I was going to talk about today. And then so someone in Palm Beach, where President's new hometown is, puts notes on their card that says leave if you are woke. Palm Beach says someone placed the flyers over the weekend on New York license cars parked on the wealthiest island, reading, if you are one of those woke people, leave Florida, you'll be happier elsewhere, as we will. The Webster Dictionary defines woke in the political context as meaning aware and actively attentive to important facts, issues, especially issues of racial and social injustice. The word first used by Black Americans in the 1930s, but it popularized during Black Lives Matter movement after Ferguson and all the other stuff that was going on. So, and conservatives used the word to insult against liberals. But I didn't think that people would just wear that shirt. So like, I was trying to figure out. Yeah,
but people fly the Confederate flag around too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you put that on people's cars though?
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, that's kind of like.
So this was where? Where in Florida? Florida.
This is in Palm Beach County.
Okay.
But I was in Hollywood when I saw the shirt, and I just like looked it up, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" You feel me? Like, what does that mean? Like, why do you have that shirt on? Because there's a lot of funny shirts. Like, there's like. There was a shirt I saw like on just like one of the stores, and it was like, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20."
Yeah, Lucas says that shit.
Like, yeah,
Lucas in the middle of a yawn. The hell, bro.
And then,
I went to work today. What did you do?
I used to say I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is.
So then I'm just like. So Layla's like laughing at this shirt, like she's like, really? And then she's like, if I read it, I'm like, I found it funny, but I hear it all the time, that one. But it was just like weird. So I was just curious.
For sure, man. Yeah. That's kind of funny.
But the other thing with I don't know, that is kind of, I mean, we do have a lot of New Yorkers, and I know there are more liberal New Yorkers than, they're way more liberal than Florida is, but I don't feel like that should happen.
Yeah. I hear you. All right. Well, Jim Oswald from Variety, David Bowie's estate sells his publishing catalog to Warner Chappell. And after months of negotiations, David Bowie's estate has sold the singer's formidable publishing catalog to Warner Chappell Music for a price for upwards of $250 million. So the catalog spans 6 decades and includes such songs as Heroes, Changes, Space Odyssey, Frame, Let's Dance, Rebel Rebel, Golden Years, and Ziggy Stardust. A 1981 collaboration with Queen, Under Pressure, so they own that one as well.
Under Pressure.
And it's interesting. I guess they would own his portion of it because I would assume that. Actually, Lucas, can you look this up? Does Queen own any part of that song? At least the publishing part. They have to own something. The agreement comprises songs
Under Pressure.
What's that? Under Pressure. Yeah.
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure. The agreement comprises songs from the 26 David Bowie studio album releases during his lifetime, as well as the posthumous studio album release Toy, which is after he died, for those of you who don't know that word. I know it's hard to pronounce, Jesus. And this Toy album, which is comprised of some of his older stuff that was never released, is coming out, I think, this Friday. So when this show comes out. It also includes the 2 studio albums from Tin Machine, along with tracks released as singles from soundtracks and other projects. What's that, Lucas?
Vanilla Ice famously sampled Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure on his 1989 hit Ice Ice Baby.
For sure, that's right. I forgot.
Whose real name is Robert Van Winkle, says he owns the complete rights to the song. The rapper claimed to purchase the song from Bowie and Queen.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's an interesting little side note.
Research Lucas.
All right, so that's pretty cool though. Good for him, man. That was back before like sampling was big, and it was wasn't nearly as. I'm sure now it's annoying. Yeah, it's like, God damn it, you just sampled my shit.
Nobody wants to now. Nobody's selling this shit probably.
Yeah,
you could borrow it.
I know. God, I can't remember her fucking name. Nicki Minaj. Yeah. I know Nicki Minaj got into some trouble for some stuff that she sampled. Didn't even release the song. Like emailed it to a friend or something, and they released it. I think they're trying to get away with releasing it without releasing it. And then she tried to play like, well, I didn't release it. Like I just emailed it to somebody and they let it out, but she still got sued.
Ooh, Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman?
Yeah.
What about Tracy Chapman?
That's who she got sued by.
Give me one reason to stay here. That Tracy Chapman?
Yeah, Tracy Chapman sued Nicki Minaj in 2018 over
Tracy
a song
Chapman.
called Sorry.
Yeah.
For $450,000.
Yeah, that's it.
Borrowed heavily from Chapman's Baby, Can I Hold You?
Sure. And yeah, like she didn't release it. She just made it, kept it for herself and mailed it to a friend. And maybe they released it, together, trying to be cute. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So Laz, you're up. Second one.
Texas City warned of animal rain after fish were falling from the sky.
What? Animal rain?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was a joke because I saw it twice, but I'm like, let me look into it.
Animal rain.
So just after storms moved through Texarkana, Texas last week, the skies opened up again and rained fish for a few minutes.
That's amazing.
Like I said, I thought it was a joke, and the article I'm getting from WPLG says it's certainly not. So what happens is it's a phenomenon known as animal rain, where National Geographic said that can happen when critters get swept up in waterspouts and fall down with the raindrops. Strong winds can also sweep them up. There have been reports all over the world of communities seeing things rain down like frogs, bats, worms, locusts, crabs, snakes, and fish.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's raining fish. Hallelujah.
Somebody from a car dealership said that him and a coworker heard.
Even Jesus didn't do that, bro.
That's what I was thinking about too. When like,
yo, you want my disciples? Let me hook you up. Boom, and just fish start falling from the sky.
I have like a strong belief that a lot of things that can't be explained, they just try to put the religion just try to figure it out.
For sure.
So like there's points in the Bible where like locusts did fall out of the sky and stuff like that. So it's probably like one of those same things. Like somebody who's never, oh shit, fish is falling from the sky. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Like
it's gotta be Jesus.
Yeah, it's the fish god or whatever. You know what I mean?
The fish god.
So then,
guess that'd be Poseidon, probably, right?
I don't fucking know. He's like ocean god. Yeah,
it's
something like
Poseidon.
that. Yeah. So they heard a crack of thunder. They opened the bay door, and it was raining really hard. And then fish hit the ground, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of fish just started falling from everywhere.
Dude, can you imagine you step outside and fish are just falling from the sky?
Like 5 inches. Like 5 inches for a fish. That's a lot.
Like
right?
5-inch fish? That's a pretty big fish.
Pretty decent sized fish. to
They'll
fall on
probably
you.
could put a dent in your car.
Yeah, big time. It happened in several places. In Texas or
Or
Korea.
Lucas's penis size.
I was going to say, if you think that's 5 inches, I feel sorry for your wife.
Let's tiptoe into 2000. This is somebody who's, it's common, it happens. And for everyone's sake, let's tiptoe into 2022 as quietly as possible. I don't
Yeah,
know why they say
seriously. That's a good story. That could have been a WTF story. Look at you, bro.
That's why I was asking Lucas if he had any fish stories.
Okay, sure. Fair enough. All right, BBC, I got two more. Kerala school uniform. In fact, here I pulled this article up. Why some Muslim groups are protesting. A row has broken out in the southern Indian state of Kerala after a government school allowed teenage female students to wear trousers. So yeah, kids are now allowed to wear pants, and that's a big freaking deal.
What? They're not allowed to?
No, they are. They are now allowed to wear pants.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Exactly. On Wednesday morning, when Sringi CK waited at a bus stop to catch a bus to school in her brand new uniform, a compliment from an unknown woman made her feel special. This old lady told me that I looked very smart and I felt very proud, the 17-year-old said. But once Sringi reached school, she had to make her way through a throng of protesters, kept in check by dozens of policemen who are unhappy that girls could now wear trousers or pants, basically pants and shirts, just like the boys.
What city is this?
This is in Kerala, and this is the state of Kerala in India.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
I'm like, yo, what is going on?
What do you think is like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So until changeover, female students wore traditional long tunics, loose-fitting trousers, and waistcoats. School principal Indu R, and they're saying R because instead of giving the full last name, I guess for keeping them, privacy, told the BBC that last year's girls, who are now in grade 12 or class 12, suggested they should be allowed to wear the same uniform as boys. So we discussed it with the staff and then called a meeting of the PTA, Parent Teachers Association, and the majority agreed, and we decided to do it. So, the girls like it because it's more comfortable and, they don't have to be all wrapped the hell up and covered in shit. The new uniform has not gone without conservative Muslim groups who say their children are being forced to wear new outfits. We cannot compromise our faith. Girls and boys must keep their distinctive identities. Allowing girls to dress up like boys is like initiating the end of free sex. It will lead to sexual liberation by ending gender differentiation. So pants equals free sex, folks.
But the girls, it's a decision. They don't have to wear it.
Yeah, they don't have to.
All right, so then it's up to them.
It's up to them, but
I mean, if you don't want your kid to wear pants to school, then don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about everybody else.
The parents don't want. Actually, most of them aren't parents. There's only in the article, there's only one or two parents that protested at the PTA meeting. The rest of them are like, yeah, whatever. Let's live like the rest of civilized Earth, where women can wear fucking pants.
I think it was in England. The boys wanted to wear shorts because it was hot out. The school said no because dress code. They had to wear them.
Was this recently?
They wore skirts. Not that long.
A few years ago.
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
All the boys went to school and school approved skirts or shorts or
skirts.
Yeah. And they couldn't do anything because there was nothing in the dress code about the boys wearing the skirts.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love it. Last one, BBC, U.S. FDA permanently allows mail-order abortion pills. U.S. drug regulators have approved mail-order abortion pills, making permanent temporary rule change that was approved this year during the pandemic. The decision from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, will open abortion access to women in remote places unable to visit clinics to get them in person. But the move will be overridden by 19 states that have already ruled or already have rules banning mail-in abortion pills. I'm sure Texas is one of them. It comes as judges consider overturning the ruling that legalized U.S. abortion. The medication, mifepristone, is approved for up to 10 weeks of pregnancy and is one of 2 pills used to end pregnancy and treat miscarriage. Restrictions on the drug, which was first approved in 2000, were lifted earlier this year due to pandemic lockdown measures. The change is now permanent, allowing women to receive the pill by post from a certified medical worker or pharmacy and receive consultations on the internet. The FDA decision will come as tremendous relief for the countless abortion and miscarriage patients, but the anti-abortion advocates say the decision puts women at risk. 24 out of 3.4 million women who took the branded version of the drug to terminate a pregnancy have died themselves between 2000 and 2018. So that's what, average of like 1.25 a year. And by the way, 24 out of 3.4 million is 0.000007%. I think more people are diving from the COVID vaccine than that.
No. Yeah?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, Lucas, you ready?
It's time for... Wait a minute. What the fuck?
It's WTF News.
So this week, it was published December 3rd, so it's about a month old.
Okay.
From foxbusiness.com. Woman reportedly breastfed cat on Delta Airlines flight.
Oh, dude, I heard about that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's kind of gross, sort of. I don't know. Should it be? Should it not be?
Is that like proper?
But the first thing I thought was how uncomfortable I feel right now.
Breastfed a cat
on a flight.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, why?
A flight attendant reported the hairless cat was screaming for its life.
Screaming for its life?
Yeah, to get the milk.
To get the...
No, apparently the flight attendant said that the cat wouldn't latch on.
Wouldn't latch... Oh, Jesus Christ.
So wait, I mean, was that a first time thing?
Dude,
or like...
Bro, what are we talking about right now?
Well, Lucas.
Breastfeeding a cat.
Yeah.
I mean...
I guess so.
It is... WTF News for sure.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
But like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, exactly. WTF News, that's right. Okay, well, so why was the cat allowed to walk around on the flight? How does that work?
It was in a carrier.
Okay,
That she took her out of the carrier.
Did she buy 2 seats, one for her, one for the cat?
It doesn't say, but apparently the woman would not put her back into the carrier. Where is that?
Failure to properly stow your cat?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a thing called Aircraft Communication Addressing and Reporting System, ACARS.
Sure.
It's basically so flight people can talk to one another.
Sure.
Or at least from the pilot and all that. Stated that the seat 13A is breastfeeding a cat and will not put the cat back in its carrier when flight redacted and requested.
Can you imagine being the pilot and hearing that? Wait, did you just say
what?
Did you just say that there's a passenger breastfeeding a cat? Yes. Yes, I did. I said a breastfed cat being breastfed by passenger 17F. Wow. Okay.
You just hear the pilot come over the intercom to the whole plane. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah. Yeah, this is your captain speaking. Could you, in addition to the regular guidelines, could we also add to the rules? Please, no breastfeeding cats during the flight. Thank you.
During the cat? During the flight, please.
Wow, okay. That's okay. All right, well, I don't even know what to say about that. We're going to take our last little break. We'll be back with weather.
Something's like uncomfortable as fuck.
I am. I'm very uncomfortable right now. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. So, the updates, how I did the update. We got Lab's Corner Positivity, so we'll be back very shortly.
A lot of them say no, but I wasn't trying to hear that. So I pack my bags and go on a one-way ticket, no comeback. You know, I got my hands in the sky towards the ceiling. And let me tell you, yo, I swear it's such a feeling.
It's not really beef, but it's kind of funny.
You got beef tips.
All right, so yeah, right. So we're back, and yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and jump right in.
Research Lucas with the weather.
So Lucas, where do we have the weather this week?
This week, again, from United Kingdom.
Okay.
Coxo.
Coxho. It's kind of, I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's my kind of hoe. Just saying. Coxho. All right, we like it. So Coxho, can you spell that for the listeners at home, please?
COX.
Yep.
HOE.
All right. Coxho. Wait, HOE what?
England.
England. All right. Coxho, England. All right. Well, I guess let's start with Saturday. Let's start with Friday. We'll go ahead and start with Friday. It's fine.
Friday, January 7th.
Okay, January 7th. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
You gotta throw him off, Lucas, so he can't pay attention.
So Friday, January 7th.
December 7th,
Sure.
1941.
January 7th or December 7th?
January 7th. Now he's throwing you off. He's trying to throw me
said
off.
December.
He's trying to throw me off, bro. He's following your stupid idea.
She should.
Okay.
The fuckery.
Friday, January 7th.
High of 38, low of 32. Partly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 4%, with the winds coming out of the west-southwest at 12 miles per hour.
Okay.
Saturday, January 8th, high of 43, low of 36. Rain with a chance of precipitation at 83%, with the winds coming out of the southwest at 15 miles per hour.
So the Coxho is going to be a little bit wet that day.
Mm-hmm.
All
A little
right.
damp.
Moist.
Moist.
Boy, the moist people hate us right now.
Moist sounds
There's
so dirty.
like three-way speaker going on with all three of us.
Moist.
All right, so what are we on, Sunday?
Yep. Getting your lips a little moist there.
I am.
Sunday, January 9th, high of 43, low of 36. Partly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 24%, with the winds coming out of the west at 15 miles per hour.
All right, here we go. Monday, January 10th. High of 42, low of 33. Mostly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 33%, with the winds coming out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Okay, thank you.
Just
Feel like I did okay. Feel like I'm pretty good at knowing what's up with the Coxho.
Just a quick question. At 33%, did that pause before you say 33%? You were trying to think of what word to say, because it seemed like 33.
Well, I was actually going to say 33 and a third percent just to be kind of funny, like an even third. But I was like, nah, it's the weather. Let's not go there. If you really want to know what my thought process was in that moment.
33 and a third repetitive.
Yep.
Repeating. Okay. So you said Monday, January 10th. It's actually Monday, the 10th of January.
I'll take it.
You said a high of 42?
Yep.
High of 52.
Ooh, really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
You said a low of 33?
Yep.
Low of 41.
Oh, yeah.
You said mostly cloudy?
Yeah.
Cloudy.
All right.
You said
I mean,
33.
cloudy, mostly cloudy. I mean, not like you said partly cloudy. I'll split it there. Are you
said a
cleaning your
33?
teeth with your paper? Is that what's going on there?
No, my mustache.
Itching
is a
your
little
mustache.
itchy.
Okay.
You know, one hair just kind of,
Boy, the listeners at home, they really care about that. Thanks for asking, Seth.
You're just jealous you can't grow a beard like me.
I don't
You're
know
not
if
old
I
enough.
could. I'm sure
You're
I
not old
could.
enough.
Okay.
Do it. No balls, you won't.
I have to look professional, unlike you,
I double dog dare
who
you.
wears khakis to work.
There's nothing wrong with khakis. I haven't seen anybody wearing khakis for a long time.
Yeah, right.
I can pull it off.
This is Jim from State Farm. Is it Jim?
Jake.
There you go.
Where the fuck did you get
All
Jim
right,
from?
let's get with the let's get with the precipitation. Let's get with the wind. Let's move this along. Good Lord.
The precipitous of the precipitation?
Yes.
There, you said 33%?
Yes.
Chance of precipitation at 24.
All right.
And you said wind southwest at 10 miles per hour?
Yep.
Wind southwest at 15 miles per hour.
No. All right. Well, you win some, you lose some, and this was definitely a lose some type of situation.
You were doing good the past few weeks there.
I was though. I was definitely due
past
for
few
a
episodes.
I was definitely due for a downturn. All right, so we do have a little bit of a. I'll go ahead with my beef just because it's really cool. I was gonna say have you go first, but bro, my beef is with freaking. So Elena, and it's funny you would think that I would have done this, but I just haven't. Just because like there are just things that I do in the house, there are things Elena does in the house, and I've just never really had to fold, at least not recently, a load of Alicia's laundry. Bro.
I don't miss that shit.
Bro.
So you don't know how much
Like
shit kids go through.
because I do my own laundry. Elena does her own, because I don't have to do laundry very often. And when I do my laundry, it's like 3 pairs of pants and 4 shirts, socks, and that's it. So, but Alicia, bro, the socks alone was like 10 minutes, and then the little shirts, the little pants, there had to have been at least 100 garments in this freaking load of laundry, bro. So yeah.
What? You got beef?
I got beef with folding that laundry.
You got beef with the baby?
No, just the laundry. Just the laundry.
What the baby do?
What baby? Yeah, what baby do? All right, Laz. So what you got beef, asshole? Suck it.
Yeah, I got beef.
Of course. Imagine that. He's the whole reason we only get one beef.
What do you got beef?
This is a 2-part beef.
2-part beef. Okay.
2 beefs in one place. All right, so you went to Santa's, right? Or you went to the fair?
We didn't go. We went to the fair, and then when we saw what was up with Santa's, we literally just did that.
Santa's fucking compared to the old Santa's, it's kind of sucked. Bro.
Glad we didn't go.
And you went to the old one before, right?
Yeah.
Well, I took Layla and she has a new friend that he's from New York, so we're like, we'll take him to Santa's. We used to go every year.
Santa's Enchanted Forest, by the way, it's kind of like a fair, right, with
holiday,
rides that shows up here in Miami area every Christmas.
So they moved it from where it used to be on 41st
to Hialeah, right?
To Hialeah,
which is close to where the fair is.
Oh, the fair is still by the FIU, no?
Yep.
Okay, so they moved it to Hialeah, and they don't have enough parking. We went early, but we were they opened at 5:45. Maybe 3 cars got in behind me. They closed the door. They closed the gate to come in. There's nowhere around that area to park. My brother was telling me about that. I didn't even understand until I got there, because why would they put something like that big in such a small area?
Sure.
So then when I'm like, how are they gonna fit everything in? They didn't. The prices are way higher.
Elena looked at it. It would cost us over $200 for me, her, and Alicia to
that's what
go.
it costs. I paid $235.
Like Six Flags, bro.
I paid $235 for me, Layla, and her friend just for the tickets and the fast pass.
Sure.
Before we even spend any money at all on anything else.
You might as well, like I said, just go to Six Flags or go to whatever. Busch Gardens.
There weren't that many lines and shit like that.
Disney.
But then, the old one, when you literally walking in, it was this long tunnel of lights and so many Christmas trees.
Yeah, it was that's the cool part when you walk in. It's like a light show.
Yeah, but this one, hell no. It was the little tunnel was maybe a few feet. You get in, they just literally half-ass a lot of shit. Which that wasn't.
Why did they move it though?
I have no idea. It's been 2 years, or I'm not sure why they did it. I don't know if people were complaining or what. But the other one I had no problem with the other one, honestly. The only thing is you'd park far away, but then they had the little bike people. Whatever.
I'm glad we didn't go, because the number one reason I wanted to go is because I thought Alicia would enjoy the little light show.
They have maybe she would enjoy it, but I'm bringing 2 12-year-olds, so
she enjoyed the freaking the thing, because dude, she just went on ride after ride after ride.
Yeah.
I'm fitting in this little roller coaster. My knees are hanging out.
I don't even know how you fit in the roller coaster,
bro.
I don't miss that,
bro. It was not cute. I mean, she was cute. Daddy was not cute.
So here goes the
Part
reason I have a
2,
beef.
okay.
Yeah, so
Split beef.
The first game we go to play, like I'm talking to Layla's friend. I'm like, yo, Daniel, like remember, the fair games are not here. They don't want you to win the games. It's all it's not a gamble. It's like it's made for you to lose. Like you can win like a basketball game. If you can shoot, you can shoot. There's nothing you can.
Sure, you could like break a bottle with a baseball. You can break a bottle with a baseball.
Yeah, exactly. So the first game we played, the guy's like, yeah, you could do it. It's easy. Da da da. He lets get a couple tries. I'm like, so I explained to him because his parents sent him with money. Obviously, because I'm not like, it's not my kid. Little's like, my friend wants to go. I'm like, whatever. I buy his tickets and shit. Everything else, that's on him. So like, we get there, and I told him that in the beginning. So then we get on a couple rides, we eat some food. Then they're playing this game, and Layla has like Christmas money and shit, and she's like, "Oh, can you break a 50?" And then as soon as this guy heard, "Can you break a 50?" he just went in on them. Oh, keep playing this, keep playing that, keep playing, and they just kept giving him $20.
Wow!
And I'm just
what was the game?
Some game where you have to hit the it's like a needle thing, and you have to pop the balloon.
Okay,
but it's one of those things where it's like you're not really playing a game to win. It's like the more balloons you pop, the bigger your prize is.
Yeah,
but you have to just keep paying for it. And then I'm sitting, I walked away.
Oh, so you won this one, pay some more, maybe you can win a bigger one?
But not even. Like, it's just like, just pop them, you're good. Just pop them as much as you want.
Sure.
But then, so I go, they're like at $40, and I'm like, wait, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, we really want this prize. I'm like, do you understand that for like $20 you could just go buy this shit at Walmart right now? Like, I get the fun part. Like,
sure,
you're there, you're playing. And then the kid is like, and I'm like, what did I tell you when we first walked into the park? And he's like, yeah, the games are not made for you to do it. I said, exactly, bro. And literally, the guy was like, oh, well, if you just want this, you could just buy it. And then I'm just like,
after all that.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, no, we're walking away. Walk the fuck away. So I'm walking away with them. And I'm like, how far would you guys be willing to go? They're like, we would have played until we got all the fucking little stupid ass stuff in. I'm like, oh my God. But the kid, he was so distraught.
To be young, he was so young and impetuous.
He was so distraught about what happened. And he's like, I can't believe they just did that to me. Yeah. And then they did buy something, and then they were to return it. They're like, I don't want it anymore. Return it. It wasn't, and then like, the stuffed animals at those places are not even like fluffy.
Dude, the one that we got, you saw the one that I got with Alicia. That shit was all fluffy and squishy, and it was easy. It's one of the ones where you squirt the water and the thing goes up, and when you win, you win. And I'm watching, and he just can't get people to sit down. So I saw two people go down. One of them won. He's like, you get this prize. And then he said, yeah, if you could have at least 3 people, I can give you the big prize, but only 2 people. So I waited for 2 people to sit down. Like, I need one more. I'm like, here I am. So I gave my $5, killed it, and got this like amazing freaking fluffy thing. And then Elena did the same thing. They want you to, they need to make enough money for each prize. So if there's only 2 people playing a game, then exactly,
they're not going to give you, they're going to give you a little tiny prize.
For sure.
But
dude, like what we got for $10, those 2 things, because like I said, I won one, then Elena won one. It was amazing. So, well, I'm sorry about that, buddy. That sucks. I'm glad you tell me though.
What if I just dropped them off and just came back and picked them up?
Oh, dude.
They will just, these, like, Layla's not spoiled, but like, I give her enough cash for her to do whatever the fuck she needs to do. But like, they would have just like, oh, that Layla, because every day
they've been thirsty and starving because they had no money for food.
Do you have cash? She's like, yeah, I have cash. I don't go anywhere. I don't spend any money. Because I would just make sure. I don't want her to go somewhere with her friends or do something and like, I don't have any money. You feel me?
Sure.
But so she doesn't really spend money, but they would spend all the money, like literally, like it's fucking crazy.
I will say, for moving on for a quick little update, Dobo. They have their own listing site just for meme coins. So like Coin Market Watch and stuff like that, which is pretty freaking amazing. And they're going to be using Dogebonk as the currency to power that, which is pretty amazing too. All crypto's really suffering right now, which is good because,
it'll bounce back.
It'll bounce back. And some of the stuff that I'm doing is a little bit less expensive because Ethereum is less expensive, because everything's priced in Ethereum. So like 0.5 Ethereum now is like $230, but a couple months ago it was closer to like $300. So that's the way to look at it. Anybody else? Updates? Anyone? All right then.
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
There we go, Laz. Time for some positivity.
McDonald's teen employee hopped through drive-thru window to save customer from choking on a chicken nugget.
Really?
Yeah.
Through the window?
Yep. 15-year-old Sydney clocked in for her Saturday shift at McDonald's in Prairie, Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, and she didn't expect to clock out as a hero. She's working at McDonald's for about 7 months, and just another routine weekend shift, making coffee, drinks, going to lunch, blah, 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 whatever. It was normal. After handing a customer some of her food in the drive-thru, she popped back to the window to let her know the rest of the food was coming. When she noticed the woman was choking on a chicken nugget. She was coughing like crazy. Her daughter was in the passenger seat, and she looked freaked out. Immediately, she knew what she had to do. She told them to call 911. She jumped in the window and she had took a babysitter's class at age 11 where she learned Heimlich maneuver, and she started doing it, but it didn't work in the first couple of times, and then she got some help and then was able to free the nugget from the woman's mouth.
Cool.
The Indiana police arrived to scene to check on the woman and reward the teen. She's a lifesaver. She's a hero. This is the first time she had to perform the maneuver, but knew how serious it was and always to be prepared. Her parents were around the corner to pick her up from work, and they saw the ambulance and they were kind of worried, but then they just saw her sitting outside and told her what happened. What's crazy is she was diagnosed with autism before, and she was still able to remember all that stuff.
There's different spectrums. Like,
yeah,
we have someone in our family. They're like, oh yeah, he's mildly autistic, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck. What are you talking about? It seems completely normal to me.
But they have like a little grand. I have a cousin that has like mild autism, but he gets around and does everything normal.
Yeah, like there's someone. I think what they're doing is they're just attributing different things to the autism realm when could be different things. I don't know. Like I said, I've known people that are supposedly autistic that seem completely normal, nothing wrong with them to me. Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Well, it was cool. They have a fund in that city that just rewards people that help other people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So she wins the jackpot.
They just no. It's just like they just gave her $100, but I mean they have like it's just
$100.
I mean, for somebody's life.
Take me out to dinner at least, something.
That's dinner.
I hear you.
Well, yeah, but so it's a fun use for people.
That's dinner for one at the Fontainebleau.
No.
Yeah, as long as you don't want
our type of dinner.
Yeah. Just don't order any wine. You'll be fine. Appetizer, entree, dessert. What's that?
Pizza and burger, you could at least get 3 people on $100.
Yeah, pizza burger is pretty baller.
Bro. You're crazy. After taxes and service charge.
Yeah, that's true. Well, all right, man. Well, we appreciate it. I guess that's pretty much it for the show. Any last minute thoughts? Anyone? No? All right.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show. A little bit of editing to do, but that's just the way it is.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's
editing
tough.
yourself.
Sometimes we have shows that require very little, and sometimes we have shows that require very lot.
500 hours later.
Yeah, but also I've gotten pretty good at it. And when I bought this new computer last year with like 128 gigs of RAM, my editing time cut in half just because the computer is so much faster. That's for sure.
And
all
also
right.
smooth.
Well, yeah, that's true too. All right, well, Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
Because there's nobody in mic 4. That's all right. All right, folks, we'll see you next week. Boom.